On to the U.S. now. Government shutdown in the U.S. entered its third week as the Senate vote to move forward on the House passed the bill to fund the government again failed on Tuesday. The U.S. Senate on Tuesday rejected a potential funding deal for the eighth time, guaranteeing that the government shutdown that has caused disruptions in services across the country will continue. The Senate voted 49-45 to advance the bill, short of the 60 yes votes needed in the 100-member Senate controlled by Republicans. Both Republican and Democratic lawmakers continued to blame each other for the impasse. Meanwhile, U.S. President Donald Trump said his administration planned to produce a list on Friday of Democrat programs that will be closed as a result of the ongoing federal government shutdown. Speaking to reporters on Tuesday, Trump promised to use the shutdown as an opportunity to exert more leverage over federal spending.
Democrats are getting killed on the shutdown because we're closing up programs that are Democrat programs that we were opposed to. So we're being able, and they're never going to come back in many cases. So we're being able to do things that we were unable to do before. So we're closing up programs that are Democrat programs that we wanted to close up or that we never wanted to happen, and now we're closing them up. And we're not going to let them come back.
So the number of U.S. federal workers' layoffs as a result of the government shutdown was revised downwards on Tuesday, suggesting the Trump administration's initial statement about sweeping job cuts was too ambitious. The Trump administration has dismissed more than 4,100 employees since 1st of October, the day the U.S. government shutdown began. The Justice Department last week, in a separate court filing, estimated the figure was at least 4,200. President Trump blamed the cuts on the U.S. government shutdown. The government is closed because Trump and lawmakers have failed to agree on a spending plan for federal agencies. Trump is trying to pressure Democrats into accepting his spending plan by firing federal workers and cutting programs he says Democrats favor. Meanwhile, Fed Chair Jerome Powell on Tuesday said that the U.S. economy may be on a firmer footing, but warned that the job market remained fragile. Speaking at a business conference in Philadelphia, Powell described a growing tension. Economic growth appears stronger, yet hiring has stalled. With official data disrupted by the government shutdown, the Fed plans to decide on future rate cuts meeting by meeting. Inflation remains above target, but weak employment raises new concerns. Powell emphasized that there is no risk-free path as the Fed balances inflation control with job protection.
That the outlook for employment and inflation does not appear to have changed much since our September meeting 4 weeks ago. There is no risk-free path for policy as we navigate the tension between our employment and inflation goals. This challenge was evident in the dispersion of committee participants' projections at the September meeting. And I'll stress again that these projections should be understood as representing a range of potential outcomes whose probabilities evolve as new information informs our meeting-by-meeting approach to policymaking. We'll set policy based on the evolution of the economic outlook and the balance of risks rather than following a predetermined path.